It's been a great morning. Started early this morning, finishing strong this holiday season where I travel. Got a lot to do, so up and at 'em and super pumped about the day. This is the day we get to hang out and see my daughter Hazel's baby, our grandbaby, Kalea. We get to see her in video, I guess. They've got this uh, where its ultrasound is really strong now and you get to see amazing stuff. So, anatomy scan, they call it, which is more detailed from what they tell me. So, super pumped about that. But welcome. My name is Carlos. I'm Amish Matchmakers, and we help Amish singles to find godly spouses, create epic marriages, and develop a legacy that is rooted in faith and freedom. We do our best to love well and see you succeed. I love what we do, and we bless you in this holiday season. I know for some of you it's not very easy to be able to go through the things you're going through in life this holiday season, but we want to just celebrate you today in this process. Um, I wanted to keep communicating and keep sharing with you about the four faces of God and the power of those faces. But before I get started, because today I want to keep going into the four faces. Yesterday we spoke about the eagle and the power of the eagle and the verses that are connected to the eagle, which are pretty awesome verses. But today I want to get into the lion, and be able to share with you the power of the lion, the power of action. And so, welcome back, though. And as you're joining me here, I'd love to hear from you. Just give me a shout out, a thumbs up. Hey, how are you? Good morning, something. And even maybe tell me where you are listening in from, and joining me on this, on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page. Where you're messaging in from, or where you're listening in from. Today is Tuesday, December 23rd. So cool. And we are excited to be entering into a holiday season. I'm headed to Mexico. I would love to share about that today too, but I'm always interested who's on here and saying hello and where you are listening in from or joining me on our YouTube channel. By the way, thank you for all the subscriptions that are coming in. It is awesome to see, and I will continue to ask. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell when we go live. You'll be able to hear, you'll be able to be notified that, hey, Carlos is going live, and check out he and Chantel, or check us out as we are on this mission to change lives and bring um, restoration to family and help bring legacy once again back to the mainstream. So let's see who's messaging in here. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Hey, here we go. Samsonite, Amish Matchman. Hello, hello, hello. And from Ohio, Amish country. All right, all right. Don't know who you are, but okay. Maybe it's Samson. I don't know. Maybe your name is Samson, but good morning to you. Thanks for being on here. Thanks for saying hello and giving me a shout out from Facebook and from YouTube. It's awesome. Thank you guys. And you're up early. I'm glad you're up early, men. Here we go. It is time to get going and really flowing today, getting in the flow. So we have quite a few things that we do to get us going and in the flow and connecting with Papa. I believe that is the main thing to start our day and connect with you. As you are listening in or watching, I want to thank you, but I do know what the priorities I believe are to get into the flow. And part of that flow is super important for us to do is connecting with Father, connecting with a Father, the ultimate Father, Abba, Papa. And I want to invite you to know him as Father. I believe that that was the message. If you believe in Yeshua or Jesus, Christ of Nazareth, Yeshua, Hamashiach, Jesus, the Messiah, then you'll probably understand this message. Then his message was always very clear that he came so that we may know the Father. And even when the disciples asked him, "How should I pray?" He says, "Our Father, which art in heaven." He says, "Our Father." That's a key thing. And so many times in the Bible, when it's translated as God, when it should have been translated as Father, Abba, because he wanted to go from being known as God to a father, to one that wants to connect with us and have really a heart connection, not just a relationship, but a true heart connection. He wants to yoke with you and to do life with you and help you to know that he loves you and he sees you. He wants you to become the fullness of who you are and who he is in you. And that's part of our message this morning. Dumb from Dumb and Dumber. There we go. I love that. Somebody's a fan. Oh, that's awesome. He says dumb from Dumb and Dumber. Yep. I remember that show. It says hallelujah. I need white paint on my face to be accepted. Oh, really? Okay. If that's the way you feel. Sorry you feel that way. Um, I accept you just the way you are. God bless you. In this holiday season, I don't know what you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, what it is that you celebrate, but welcome each and every one of you. God bless you. And what branch of Christianity do you fall under? Oh man, that's awesome. Cheers. What I choose to do is study the Torah, and the canon, and I choose to study and dive deep. I do attend a local congregation, non-denomination congregation, but I guess the closest thing to what I would acknowledge as branch, if you would I do associate probably with the thought process and the a lot of the beliefs of practicing the traditions and the doing Shabbat and making challah, the candles, the three major feasts. So a lot of those things are celebrated by the Messianic. So not Masonic, Messianic. Very important, Messianic, which is used for Jesus. When I say that, people are like, oh. But again, I am a believer of that Yeshua or Jesus is the Messiah, and the only way to the Father, the only way that we can access the Father is through the sacrifice and bloodshed of the Son, which I do believe he did that so that we could have access to the Father and connection to the Father. But awesome, and thanks for the questions and the comments here. Um, the gospel, personal relationship with Papa. Instead of saying God, I would say Papa, just so you know. Abba, Father. That's my personal revelation and understanding. I do believe that um, that is an important message, actually, to know him as Father, as Abba. Um, yep, religion. Yep, is religion is meant to divide Christians when we are all supposed to just worship God. How to get deep, boys. Oh, some of these comments. Cheers. God bless you. But all right. So knowing that we are made in his image, that is what we're going to talk about this morning in the image that he chose to uh, reveal to us is in Ezekiel and in Revelation. We see the four faces of God. We see the eagle, the lion, the ox, and the face of man. So as we explore these things, and I've been researching and studying these for many years, the four faces of God, and it is powerful to understand it because I do believe in those four faces we can find personalities. I've studied and been through, oh my goodness, thousands and thousands of hours of personality traits from the some of you may know it, the Christian one. A lot of times it gets done for personalities is choleric, phlegmatic, sanguine, and melancholy, right? And then you've got the Gems by Danny Johnson, which is, ruby, sapphire, emerald, and pearl. So you often see a lot of the four personalities. And then you've got Banks, Bank. You've got Miggs Breyer, I believe it is, where it's A type personalities. And you've got, anyway, so yeah, I would say the two that I am very, very, very well versed in would be the Danny Johnson gyms, because I've trained on that and was a facilitator for that for a few years, traveling and training and working with the community there at DannyJohnson.com. And now Destiny Global has purchased the rights for DannyJohnson.com and has been developing that community. But Gems is a very powerful one, very well done by Danny Johnson, Danny and Hans Johnson. And then you've got the Banks, which again is another one that was very well done. A lot of things there about personality and to help us understand why people do what they do. And so I believe, though, that we can tie it back to the four faces of God as the personalities as well. And we find it with eagle, lion, ox, and the face of man. And I do believe, though, the face of man is a mixture and are peculiar that is unique about all of us. And so that's our DNA, right? That no DNA is the same. That as your clone, whole nother story. But the point is that is the face of man, I believe, and the other three are really what are we can learn about. And yesterday I talked all about the eagle face, and I do. By the way, this is live. This is unedited. This is raw and real. And I know people on here are making comments now, but I am going to get into the content now and talk about the four faces, and mainly focusing today on the lion, the man of action, the woman of action. And a lot of times, what we have found is that even in like all personalities, you will find that one of the faces of God here is a lot of times dominant in someone or comes more easily as a strength. We call them the strengths, the strengths, and then we also have ways of communication for all four faces as well. We break it down those four faces into personality types and then also into communication styles. And so we associate them with the different faces. And so as we get into this, yesterday again we talked about the eagle and how awesome the vision and the person of revelation, the person of seeing. And by the way, all four are in you. All four faces are in you. Again, the unique man is the peculiar, the very thing that sets you apart from everyone else on the planet. Planet is a combination, and then that one unique trait that's in you. But I do know that a lot of times people say, well, that's just not me. I'm shy. I'm not going to be lion. Well, or they'll say, I'm all lion and I'm not going to be, caught and put in a box like the ox. It's funny how ox is box. Anyways. And, or, hey, the eagle, the ox may say the eagle is constantly, flying and soaring. They need to get their feet on the ground and really just do the process, right? You hear me? Like the eagle is the visionary and the one who sees into the future and can see the vision of what's coming. And each of the four faces also have verses that are connected to them. We're going to focus on the three primary ones because, again, the fourth one is very unique. The makeup of you, and that's part of what we want to help you discover, is the powerful and amazing identity that is in you. You have this in you, and knowing the faces will help you to know yourself and things in yourself that are coming out of you to become more powerful of a person, to bring forth the different faces and to empower those strengths. A lot of times we often say is we all have strengths, and yes, we have weaknesses. But what we choose to call them, again, to encourage us, is I have strengths, and then I have strengths that need to be improved. Time to work on those strengths that need to be improved. If you haven't heard yet, our verse for 2026 that we are helping others with as the Amish Matchmakers, helping you find love, keep love, and make it epic. You deserve it. And if you are in any of those places, or maybe you've never found love, you're single, we want to help you through this process and we want to see you succeed. And what we believe is a powerful verse is 2 Timothy 1:7, where it says, I have not given you the spirit of shrinking back, becoming small, being fearful. No, I've given you confidence, dunamis. I've given you love, unconditional. I've given you sound mind, self discipline, mastering those emotions. Three things: confidence, love, mastering emotions. Those are the three things. And I believe it's very powerful for us to embrace those three things if you want to get results in life and in who you are. So, what does an identity of a lion look like? The lion roar. By the way, we have these images up on our wall. I believe they're very powerful to have and to see the lion, the ox, and the eagle, and then the mirror representing the face of human. By the way, as you we call it human because it is about humanity, not about man. All right, lion, action, courage, obedience. James 2:17 being like the main primary verse for a lion is faith by itself. It does not have works, it is dead. Faith without works is dead. Faith without action is dead. You got to have action. And with the lion, it's all about let's go, massive action. Let's get this done. And so the lion energy is of faith. The lion's strength is faith that moves forward, not just believes, but takes action, not just any action, massive action. And the lion has a mighty dose, an extra dose of confidence that they can do it and nothing's going to stop them. And it's funny that it ties into the element of fire as well, because fire does burn things up, but fire can be a good thing and fire can be a destructive thing. We know that. We see that in life. And it's that same way in personality. A very confident person, balanced with the other two faces, ox and the eagle, help to keep it well rounded and holistic person that is full of fire, full of water, like the ox, and full of air, speaking, spirit, able to communicate well, the eagle. And so it's very powerful to begin to understand how these things all work together, these personalities. And so now looking at Joshua 1:9 about the lion, it says, be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God is with you. Action requires courage under pressure. A lion will, with Papa's strength and his presence, will overcome and will push through. And it's interesting because, again, the power of balance in these different personalities is super important, because if the lion just go, 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 you will burn out. Literally, like a fire that has just consumes everything and has no consistency, no vision, right? Are you following me? Consistency and the plan of action, and the repetition is the ox, and then the eagle is the vision and the understanding of being able to communicate that vision. The ox is to be able to be committed and consistent. And then you got the confidence of the lion. We talk about how important it is to develop the three C's of love, the three C's of intimacy. To have deeper, more meaningful relationship, we must develop confidence, communication, commitment. Confidence, communication, commitment. Confidence, communication, commitment. And what does that look like? Well, through this process, you will see that as we empower the three faces, we will see how we have a power in us, right? And maybe we're more confident. We always come across as really confident, but we maybe don't have the staying power of the ox and staying committed. We don't have the ability to communicate well, like the eagle, and be able to communicate the vision of where I'm heading. And so we just are all confident. Oh, but we run everybody over and we burn all things up. Do you follow me? Maybe you know those type of personalities, and I get it. For me, it has been part of my life of being so strong and confident, but also balancing with water, the ox, and also balancing then too with the visionary and being able to communicate with love. And all three, though, none of those three faces are types of animals or types of representation that shrink back. They all are very confident, but the most confident of the three, believe me, the bull is very confident. Wait till we get into the ox, which is fantastic. I hope you will stick around and we'll be able to be a part of that as well. Or tune back in, watch the replay and the recording. I will be doing a recording about the ox as well. But we've got the lion today that we're talking about. And Matthew 7:24 says, everyone who hears these words of mine and does them. And it talks about how important you've got to do, not just be hearers, but doers. Action. Doers. Do. Come on, let's go. You know, a lot of times we get stuck in talk and analyzing, and we get in analysis paralysis. And believe me, every single face has their thing. The eagle, we spoke about the eagle yesterday, and they are dreamers and visionaries, but also they forget that, oh, we got to do the work, and we got to take action. Oh, and we got to be committed, and repetition. You just want to talk about it. Let's go to work. Or you just want to do it over and over and over and every day, the same thing. And sometimes we've got to be adventurous like the lion and look for new innovative ideas. Do you follow me? It's fun to see the different types of personalities and see how they all work together, and they are in you. They are in you. No excuses. They really are, because God said we created them in our image, and then he tells us what his image is. Are you following me? It's very powerful and very important for you to understand this. So let's talk about the lion in reality of life of the actual lion. I have done a lot of research on this animal, and it's very powerful. It is known as the king of the jungle. It is known as the king of the jungle. Its roar can be heard up to, I believe it was 5 miles away. And it's super amazing because that's what they use to mark their territory. Is the sound of their roar marks the area in which it's their territory. But what's powerful is like roar, like the lion can be very powerful and very loud and boisterous. And they would definitely rather just go to work and do it and stop talking. Which is amazing, because I don't know if you've ever heard anybody or seen somebody like that, know that type of personality. They just want to go do it, and they take massive action. Well, the lion in real life, as a physical lion, if you think about it, the one thing that is super powerful and has been over the years, you can go look them up. Not sure if they're still around, but there's lion tamers and how they work with lions and get them to do things that is like very amazing, because they are such powerful, huge, powerful animals, and huge, powerful cat in the cat family, excuse me. And yet they are known to take down elephants. And how can they take down elephants? Well, it is working as a pride. And what's interesting about the lion is that it will, especially the alpha male, that there are so much, if it has to do with dominating and being the most confident, being the strongest. And so even in the world of the pride, you have the alpha male in the pride of a lion's group. And, they will fight to the death at times to see who is the alpha lion. And as the new alphas rise up and take over the pride, here's what's happened. It's called a tragic truth. And what will happen is when an alpha male takes over, unfortunately, this is just part of nature. That alpha male lion will go through and actually kill all the young that are from the previous alpha. Now, there's two reasons why he does this. Number one reason is actually immediately what will happen is the females will become available and ovulate instantly when they lose their young. Uh, it's interesting, a part of the grieving or part of the process of they instantly will become available for that alpha male. And what's interesting about that alpha male lion is he will then impregnate all those females. And so in a pride of lions, where there is the alpha male is the one that has the bloodline and will be impregnating all the females. So when, like I said, when he does take over a new pride, a new alpha takes over, he kills off the young and then impregnates all the females. And that's what's interesting and connected to the dominant and the strength of a lion is actually their passion, their intimacy, their connection. And if you see, it's interesting as I've studied the word and even researched King David and Solomon, some of the most powerful kings and known as the lion, even David, right? His character and his power and dominance, right? And you find that and you see that is actually associated with the fact that he had many wives, many concubines, and that he was very active, like a literal lion. Do you follow me? And a literal lion and that alpha energy of a literal lion. It's fascinating to see that and to be able to see and understand that personality of fire. Let's go after it, take massive action. And so, and also that dominant type personality where they just will tend to, if unbalanced, again, they will tend to step on people and walk on people and try to, you know, they often say as they're climbing up the corporate ladder or climbing up the ladder, they will often step on people along the way. Unfortunately, that's again, the untempered, the unbalanced lion can tend to do that. And I'm sure some of you have seen that or been a part of that in your life. You've known people like that. That it's just, man, everything is all like go, 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 go. And they don't take time to smell the roses and the flowers. Now, I do believe again with balance, it is can be a very powerful thing. And as seasons and different reasons or different situations, calling forth that lion. Wow. Wow. You want to get stuff done? Go for it. Bring it out and go for it and get things done, even when you don't feel like it. Doesn't necessarily matter with emotions with the lion because they just go and they get it done. And they're going to be the most productive person, the hardest worker in the room. Have you ever heard that or seen that? That would be the lion type personality. Now, another thing that happens with the lion and studying them as they fight and learn to work as a pride and as a family, you've got the alpha lion who is the protector of the pride. And then you have all of the other male lions who, again, are going to be uh, protecting the pride as well, the younger male lions, and they are working together as a pride. The females do the hunting, and you will find when you study, like when they see an elephant, they're not intimidated. What's interesting, the elephant is so powerful and so strong with just the whip of its tusk could actually, or excuse me, of its trunk could actually, and some of them have tusks, but trunk could kill a lion. And yet they fear the lion. The lion being known as the king of the jungle, it's the confidence of the lion that looks at an elephant that is sometimes, sheesh, I don't even know, 10, 20 times bigger than a lion. And he looks at that and goes, lunch? That's lunch? I mean, amazing. And even if you think about King David, how he looked at Goliath and said, this is easy. I don't need armor. I don't need all this. I just need my slingshot. And he's going down. He knew because he was so confident. But where did that confidence come from? Well, David had killed his bears and lions and predators that were coming for his sheep, utilizing that slingshot. That's a moving target. That's an aggressive target running at him at very quick speeds. And yet he managed to protect his sheep over the years, probably utilizing that slingshot thousands and thousands and thousands of times. So when he went into that battle against Goliath, it was not a battle. It was not even a contest. He was so confident. He knew exactly what he was going to do to Goliath. He knew exactly that he would be victorious because here's this guy with a sword and a distance away from him. And he's like, I'm going to take this guy down. It's like bringing a rifle to a fight a sword fight, and you have a scope on it, and you're a marksman, uh, shooter. That's like taking when he took the slingshot to that fight. There was no contest at all. So people say, people often make it out to this miracle. No, it's not a miracle. He was a lion and he had done the work. He was a combination. He had, like the ox, had done the work over and over, repetition, repetition, had a plan, and knew, had done a strategy and learned how to use that slingshot like no other. Are you following me? But then the confidence of that lion, man, boy, was he confident. He knew he was going to take him out. I don't even know armor. This is a done deal. We've got to have that attitude, man. We've got to have that attitude of we're going to get this done. And again, sometimes I know you lack the confidence. That's what we work on, confidence first. But and I know you have confidence in some areas, probably in your business, in the work that you do, or in possibly the especially in work. That you know about, maybe it's construction or doing roofing or doing the trade that you have, or even truck driving, and you're just like, I'm super confident. I know what I'm doing here. And then when it comes to relationship and confidence to communicate with the opposite sex, with a woman, you're just like, whoa, wait, I'm not supposed to communicate with her. I'm not married to her. Well, how do you get married, yo? You got to grab a hold of the confidence of the lion, the same confidence that you grab a hold of in order to be able to do that work that you do. And then the repetition of doing it over and over to get good at it. You've got to be able to communicate well that thing that you want and you desire and you're going after. And then you got to stay committed to it for the long haul. That's why all three phases are essential to empower in you. And they are in you. You've got them in you. You can do this. I believe in you. You've got to believe in you. It's your time. So we've got to dig deep for that fire, that lion. And I'll tell you, some of you may be dominant in that lion, again, when it comes to work and things that you want to do. And then when it comes to a relationship, all of a sudden you freeze. Well, there's a reason for that. It's the things you went through and all the challenges you grew up in. It happens. It happens. Now it's your time to rise up as a lion and know that you have been faithful and consistent and committed, and the fire come forth. So a lion, again, being able to mark their territory, if you would, by their roar and up to 5 miles. And then they build a pride, they build a team. Great leaders can do that. And a great lion can do that. Followers and those who are willing to work with them. And then I love even the thought process of we do have to kill off old habits. Again, it is a tragic truth of what happens in nature. The new alpha will kill off the cubs so that he can put his bloodline into those female lionesses in that pride. So then he gets rewarded that. And I think of it often as habits, new habits that we need to create, new bloodline, new lineage, and what does that look like? My heritage, my lineage are going to do what I do as a man. You represent legacy. Those who will come behind you and follow you will do what you do, especially if you're willing to be a great leader, if you're willing to stand up with confidence and be willing to be the man that you were called to be, the lion that you were called to be, and be able to communicate and articulate and declare and go after the things that you want and then fight for it, right? The alpha lion had to fight for his pride. It's funny how all these words work together. You have to fight for honor, and to have your dreams and goals, you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to stay and be able to communicate well for it, and the vision and the future of what you're going after, and lead that pride of lionesses, lead that pride of lions. And by the way, I do believe in monogamy. In this case, it's talking about the lion. And yes, he does have females that he impregnates. And again, what are we doing? We are being that, creating that legacy, developing. And so, of course, I do believe in one wife and only one wife. And I often say that we have passion and love and honor and blessing for many, and build relationships and connection and pull the best out of people For the God says to love your neighbor as yourself, to love them well. There's only one though that I believe that you become one flesh with, and again, one flesh being literal through intercourse and becoming one flesh with your spouse, your wife. In this case, is this is the men's edition, and that you will be with her if you learn how to come in synchronicity, and that you can live and walk in a divorce proof marriage. Seriously, I believe that with all my heart. But it takes work, and it takes passion, and it takes drive. Now, the lion being the passionate one, and the pursuer, it is the lion that comes forth out of you to help you pursue her, that lioness, that drive. The lion is driven by being able to create that legacy. And like I said, when he kills off the cubs, it's like us killing off our bad habits, killing off our fears, us killing off our excuses, and being able to go forth anyways, in spite of what we may fear. No, God did not. Papa, Abba did not give you that power or strength to shrink back. He empowered you to rise and shine and to be shining conquerors using love and light and rising up. That's what you were designed to do as a lion. Come on, do it. Take confidence, take courage. We have the steps for you. We have the community for you. If you're single, seriously, and you're a believer and you want a community that is working on these skills and empowering confidence, communication, and commitment, and giving you skills and strategies to overcome conflict, to have the best resolution of communication, to help you communicate well with the opposite sex, we have a community for you, single to married. Jesse and Irina Kaufman run this community, and it's a very powerful community. It's on the fastest growing educational platform on the planet called SKOOL. School spelled with a K. SKOOL. And so it's single to married, and it's the number two. If you want to get engaged quickly and efficiently, you go there, you practice the skills. You go there and you work with the mentors that are and the experts that are there, Jesse and Irina Kaufman, and they have been married only for 5 years. You're like, only? How can they teach this? How can they be experts? Because they put in the time, they put in the work. We worked with them, we gave them the skills, the strategies, and they put it to work. And man, they are committed, 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 putting in thousands and thousands and thousands of hours over the last 5 years. They're committed to your best identity. They're committed to your best relationship with Father, knowing Him as Abba and Papa. They are committed to helping you empower the strengths of the four faces and becoming your best self. And they are committed to seeing you succeed and get engaged and helping you to match up with your incredible soulmate, the one. But you gotta go there and work on it. Seriously, it will make a difference. If you're single, that's where you need to go. I'm telling you, it's one of the best communities on the planet to be able to practice these things and empower the lion and take action and stop sitting back, making excuses, allowing your pride to get in the way. Step up and kill off those excuses and release anything that may be holding you back. And we've got 3 core activities that we do, triggers to triumph, to help you get over the trauma and when you find yourself triggered and stuck and in a loop of like fear and doubt. We've got the tools and the things to help you to move forward. We talked a lot about this last week. If you didn't see my recordings, go back, check them out. Triggers to triumph, and how important it is to rewrite your story. Your story is actually the very thing that is keeping you stuck, but you have it in you to be able to release and let go and move forward in confidence of the lion. And then we have the MVP, developing your mission, developing your vision of your best self, and understanding and knowing and developing that peculiar and embracing it as a strength. MVP is mission, vision, peculiar, and you will become your most valuable player in your life and strength of the lion as you develop that MVP, and it will be refined over time. But it's important to create and know where you're heading and why you're doing what you do. to create and know who you are in Father, in Papa. As Yeshua said, again, I always repeat this, our Father, Yeshua, Jesus said that when the disciples asked him how to pray, our Father is how you pray. So it's important that we know him as Abba, as Father. Then that develops our identity, developing our MVP, getting through our trauma and our triggers, through triggers to triumph. And then the third and final thing is the repetition. Daily, week daily. We say 5 days a week, every morning, do Epic 30, Epic 30. 30 minutes of connection, 30 minutes of communication, 30 minutes of building confidence, 30 minutes of staying committed and proving to yourself that you can be committed to a process that will help you rise up as a lion. All of these things matter. And we have found that to be able to communicate and release and become more confident in your identity, it's important to walk in the strength of your identity and know who you are. And then, which is going to build your confidence and knowing who you are in the Father. This is your MVP. The lion who has a strong identity and knows where he's going, has a mission, vision, peculiar, is unstoppable. And the understanding, empathy, and the emotions of the eagle, and discernment, and working through your triggers and trauma to triumph is the key activity that the eagle embraces and knows and walks through the hard emotional stuff, but does it anyways, and embraces and know that emotions are good. We need emotions to keep us in action and keep us in motion and not let us get stuck. Triggers to triumph is the eagle is the champion of the triggers to triumph. The lion is the champion of MVP. And then, of course, the Epic 30, the ox is the champion of this because they are about the plan and the repetition, the system and strategy and sticking with it, being committed. Can you feel it? Can you see how all these things work together for good? The lion is the one who will do it no matter what, who will push through the hard and keep going. You got to have that fire. You got to have that desire. You got to have that drive. Super important. And the lion is a great representation of that, who will fight to the death. All of the three faces have a very hard, strong drive. The eagle is the top of the food chain. The ox, the bovine, wow, ox is a discipline, by the way, is a trained and taught oxen using the yoke and being willing to yoke up is a trained process and a discipline. So super powerful. What do you think of this lion? And can you relate? Are you understanding what I'm talking about when I talk about the man of action, the woman of action, the woman of courage and confidence, faithfulness, strength, but bam, drive. And the lion is fascinating to study and learn from, and the way it has it interacts. Oh, that was what the other thing is that the pride is very strategic. When you study how the lionesses attack the prey, they work very methodically in what areas they will attack and how they'll take down the prey. And then, we often think, I know that there's a lot of different understandings out there, but some of the trainings that I went through and some of the research I did would actually, it actually very strategic, even how the order of how they ate the prey. They knew the lionesses had just taken down the prey, all the energy it took to fight and take down the prey, they will eat first, and then the male lions will come in after that. Also, they need the strength to nurture and feed the cubs. So instinctually, they take down the prey, they start eating the prey, and then yes, the male lions will come in and the protectors of the pride, the protectors of their territory. And it is interesting to see that the area in which the pride dominates and the area in which they cover is based on the roar of the alpha lion, and then the other male lions protect in that area of knowing that this is their territory. Very powerful understanding and very interesting that, again, in Ezekiel and Revelation, God chose those four faces to represent him and his image. So what say you? Would love to. I'm going to go through some comments now and we can kind of do some interaction here. and see what we can do. Awesome. Some of these great. Yeah. Goodbye. Money grubbing hands. I don't know what some of these things are. All right. Here we go. Let me go through some of these comments, working backwards. Good morning. And awesome. Some of you that stayed a part of this with me. Uh, not sure what some of these comments are about. I respect. I myself was raised Roman Catholic. That's the main reason I like to ask the branch. All right. Awesome. Keep doing Papa's work, my brother. God bless you. Whoever that is. Did he say who he was earlier? I think he did. Looking at these comments. All right. Hallelujah. My name is Dumb and Dumber. Oh, that's right. That's who he said he was. That's awesome. Miss Phyllis, thanks for jumping on and listening in, being a part of this and commenting. Thank you. So good. To create images of scriptures, yet really brings it to life. All right. Thank you, Dumb and Dumber. Yes, I have utilized that. It's pretty cool. Need to do more of it. Lots of that takes time. And yeah, what weird is I generated the picture of 4 faces last week. Very cool. All right, let's see. Shalom from Israel. Come on. How cool is that? Shalom. So cool. I'm Jewish, Israeli. Can I meet Amish girl? You can go join Single to Married. We have Amish ladies in there, very amazing women. Good morning. Yep, we get up early and get going early. Yes. Doing your thing early. Yep. Oh, lovely. All these amazing how we have to block people because of their crazy comments. I'm a gypsy. This person. Interesting. Sorry, let me show that. It says, I'm a gypsy. The priest in my town said I'm going to hell. Okay, well, I'm sorry that your priest said that. And then God is as real as the Easter Bunny. Religion is a hobby. See, I show these comments too, as long as they're opinions and not. Hey, I respect your opinion. I understand it differently, and I've experienced differently. Mr. Jesse Kaufman, we love our singles well, and they get real tangible results. Yes, they do. Got an engagement coming up. Super excited to hear about that. Just had one last week or 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Goodbye. Not sure what some of these guys are here for, but oh well. All right. I'm back at you. So yeah, Jesse, single to married on the school community. Check it out. And if you're married, my wife Chantel and I, we lead a community on school. Like I said, it is the fastest growing educational platform in the world right now. Very, very well done. And we have a subscription base, of course. Got to, you get what you pay for. You got to value something. If you're willing to pay for it, you're investing in yourself and investing in your relationships. And so for us, we do focus on marriage and legacy. Jess and Adina focus on working with singles. We also help work with the singles. We are the Amish Matchmakers. So yes, we are known for matching up and helping people to get engaged in 12 weeks or less. That is our thing. And it is. We help you find godly spouses, and we help you to create epic marriages. Well, the epic marriage part we do within our community called Epic Your Life. You can see the little logo here on our school platform as well, SKOOL, and it's school.com, Epic Your Life. You can look it up on that platform, and you will be able to join us as we help people with relationships and marriage and help you to improve your marriage to make it epic. So like the process is we help singles to join Single to Married. That's where the community you plug into, work on your strengths and your skills, improve confidence, communication, commitment through our 3 core activities. of Epic 30, MVP, and Triggers to Triumph. Continue to enhance those things and learn those things. Continue to improve the four faces, but mainly in this case, you are the fourth face. So the three faces that you're improving are the lion that represents confidence, the eagle that represents communication, and the ox that represents commitment. So empowering those faces in your life and knowing that they are in you because God said, Papa said, Father said that he created us in his image. And then what is his image? Well, he talks about him in Ezekiel and Revelation. So that's what we've been going over today. If you're just joining me, thank you for being here. If you've been here the whole time, God bless you. It's amazing. I know today is my longer version. I get to speak and talk about. If you had questions, I would love to hear them about these four faces or about the school platforms that we have for singles. Again, the process is you join single to married. If you're single, go through the process. We can help you match up. We can help mentor you one-on-one. That's why we're known as the matchmakers, and help you find that perfect match, and then get engaged, graduate, come to Epic Your Life community to begin to create that epic marriage, continue to nurture and strengthen that epic identity in the Father, build that legacy, and that is rooted in faith and freedom. We believe in that, and we believe that Yeshua is the Messiah, and that he is the one who also, though, did the practices of the feasts and did Shabbat. He had challah. His mother, Mary, lit the candles. It's historical. It's been there forever. These things that they do in the Jewish culture, and we love it and we embrace it. But we also know and believe that Yeshua gives us access to the Father, Abba, Papa, and to know him as Father. And so I wanted to just encourage you today to go forth and embrace the lion personality in yourself and pull it out of others. It's good to have it. It's good to have that strength and that confidence. It's interesting about even the whole process and understanding of, um, we've seen that verse that says, be ye angry and sin not. I do believe that that's the passion, the fire of the lion is that anger. But it says, don't sin, right? Sin not. But you are to embrace that fire, that passion, and walk it out in a beneficial way. It will empower you. It will give you strength. It will give you passion and will give you drive. That's very powerful and very beneficial. So God bless you. I'm grateful that you joined me this morning. Good morning, Sheila. Good to have you here as well. Wow, if you haven't tuned into it, I highly recommend. She and I kind of overlap a little bit. She has a 5:30 um, talk that she does. She is an expert and a powerhouse of a woman in the lymphatic system of helping people to be healed and helping people to be set free of different areas of life, releasing inflammation and inflammation is known to cause lots of diseases, cause lots of problems. And she's an expert in that world of helping people be released through, and yeah, through the lymphatic system. Go check her out. It's Sheila, and it's very cool because it's Sheila Anderson. Live Well with Sheila. And the way she spells her name is how you'll actually find her. It's spelled very uniquely. It's Shelia. And yeah, look at that. Talking, she got set off and passionate this morning, too, talking about belief. Yes, she is a very powerful lioness. And again, she has learned to master those different personalities and bring them forth and strengths of those personalities as needed. That's the passion of the lion, the strength and the consistency of the ox, and the vision and the communication of the eagle. Woo! I love it. And I love what you represent, Sheila. Well done. Congratulations. Again, you can see her name here as I'm putting it in the comments. Live Well with Sheila Anderson. She will help you through things that you are facing in your health and it starts with getting in the flow, and that's what we teach as part of our relationship process, as well as how important the flow is. And she'll help you even in the physical body of getting that lymphatic system in the flow and releasing toxins and releasing things, and receiving things that are more beneficial for you. She is powerful. Go check her out on Facebook. She has a page there, Live Well with Sheila. She has a YouTube channel. And yeah, you'll get some great information. And she too has also developed a school group, SKOOL, and Live Well with Sheila. And she has a powerful process of, again, getting you in the flow. So God bless you. And thanks, Sheila, for jumping on here and saying hello. Appreciate your passion, appreciate your support and love, and appreciate all of you who do support me every morning, every weekday morning. Tomorrow is Christmas. Yeah, a couple of announcements. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, a holiday. Some may, celebrate. Some may not. Also, we just have the season right now. Also, where Hanukkah is happening, which has nothing to do with Christmas. Just so you know, it's not the. A lot of people think it's the Jewish Christmas. No, it's a celebration of the Maccabees and their victory of taking back the temple, and that which is precious to um, the Jewish culture, and is very powerful and important. But anyways, that's a squirrel. What I wanted to say is that tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I am going to still get up tomorrow morning, and super grateful that you will join me, even though it's Christmas Eve. I'm making the decision right now to go ahead and get up early, still do the 5 a.m. Talk with you, because we want to finish this out um, before we hit Christmas with the ox, and understanding the ox too, as well, the personality of the ox, the third face that is representation of God. And I think you'll enjoy it. Seriously, it's all about commitment. There's a lot of powerful nuggets there about the ox. But I also wanted to let you know what I'm doing on Christmas Day. I will be waking up, enjoying the holiday with my family, and being with family on Christmas Eve. I'm taking off Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, I'll be with them as well. But I'm then heading to Mexico. I'm traveling to Mexico, um, to the Baja California area, to an orphanage that we have supported now for almost, I believe it's 11 years. We might be, this is either going on our 11th or 12th year. I think it's 11th. But anyways, doesn't matter. And it is Lupe and Choyita are the parents of that orphanage. It used to be a little church that they converted into an orphanage, and he used to have and had boys and girls at this orphanage, and then he went exclusively to boys just because it's easier that way than trying to keep the boys and girls separate. And he actually focuses mainly on more of the older boys, some of the teenage boys. He does have some younger, but again, very powerful couple of loving those young men very well, orphans. And so I wanted to invite you to be a part of what we're doing. And that is, I'm going to put in the comments below here, and some of you may be gone now. If you're with me still, thank you. The story of this orphanage that we support. We created many years ago. Let's see, orphanage. Sorry. I'm trying to find the link. But we created a video about this a few years ago, and story behind the orphanage. That's what I'm looking for. I found it. Okay. And I've got a link here for YouTube that it's on our YouTube channel. I need to make this more available. And I want to ask you a favor. Would you be willing, story behind the orphanage? Here's the link below. I just put it in the comments. And I guess Facebook's not going to let me show it. I'll jump on Facebook in a little bit and post it on there. The live won't let it stream live. The story behind the orphanage. This is a very powerful story of how Lupe and Choyita got involved in it. And to begin with, it was Lupe and his heart. And then he married Choyita. And they are a power couple, but Lupe he tells the story in the YouTube video, so I won't spoil it essentially, but he has a beautiful heart of how he got started in this. So I'd like you to check out that link And would you be willing to donate and give to them this year? In that link, as you watch the video, you'll find another link to PayPal. And I promise you, there's no middleman. It goes straight and direct. You'll find on there when you see the link of how you can give on PayPal. Let's see, I think I have even the list. I do. I have the PayPal link to be able to give. And it is Casa Hogar Monte Horab. Casa Hogar Monte Horab. And it's in the wine country in Baja California inland. And to give, this is um, to give to the orphanage. Here's the link, and I'm going to post it here. And again, it probably won't show up on, oh, there we go. Oh, I thought I did it together. How funny. Paste the link and oh, read only. Anyways, ah, to give. Let me put these together. To give through PayPal. I'm wondering, can you and would you let me know? Or I'm headed there, and I would like to do a beautiful fundraiser for them. They are amazing, and unfortunately, in Mexico, the government does provide some food monthly, a little bit of food, rice, beans, and some staples and things for the children. For each child, they provide some food to help out with, but no money. So the story, let me combine it, right? I should combine it. I should to give and the story through PayPal. Um, the thing that's really important is to give. And here's the story behind the orphanage. Again, if you want to copy and paste that link, you can see it on my screen on the video here. And I'm telling you, like, they have such a powerful mission of not only helping these boys, but helping them to learn English. Um, it's in Mexico, like I said, and we've been there several times. I'm going to be there again this year. I'm going to be live there. But I'm going to, while I'm there, run a campaign to help make people aware of what's happening there and the lives that they're changing and transforming. The young men that they are rescuing from the streets, the young men that they're rescuing from so many different horrible situations. And a lot of times, this, the government will bring them boys because, again, maybe there's certain things that are happening in the home, and they pull them from the home and they bring them. But here is the way you can give to as well is through PayPal. And like I said, there's no middleman. It goes directly to their bank account. We set this up many years ago to where it will, you when you send it in PayPal, and you'll see it, their name is there, and Choyita and Lupe are the receivers of it. Goes directly to their bank account. And here's why I want to give. I want to do a campaign and give to them because they have to supply everything for those boys: roof over their head, electricity, water. Some food is given to them by the Mexican government. However, even food and meats, like they give them staples and things, but also like different things to help them develop and keep cash flow in business. They have little plants and stuff that they sell at the market, and they build and create like there. They propagate them and develop. It's been awesome to watch that. I'm going to share some of this when I'm there this year. Even just trying to keep communication with us through the internet, and again having to buy clothes and medical treatment for these children. And they're not children. I will tell you, they're young adults. So even more so, it is amazing to be able to support them and give to them. But watch the story, learn about it. On Again, I put on my chat on YouTube. But would you be willing to subscribe to our channel? I'm going to be going to Mexico, and then when I go live while I'm in Mexico, you'll get a notification. It is a 3 hour difference, so I probably won't be doing 5 a.m. while I'm there because it would actually be 2 a.m. there. But I will be doing live. And so if you would please subscribe to our channel, we'll bring live information. And we're doing the contest. I'm going to be shaving off this mustache when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So would you help us hit that 1,000 subscribers, share with your friends, but also during this holiday season. And I actually have a contact. If you want to give a large donation And because PayPal is direct to them, and there's no like 501c3 tax write-off with that. You can in certain cases do a tax write-off for it, up to a certain amount. But if you need an actual receipt from a 501c3, we do have a church there in Mexico that is willing to give you their 501c3 number, and everything that is associated with the states for you to get a tax write-off. We want to help this orphanage, and I'm calling on you to help us. Help us to give to them in a very powerful way this holiday season. Again, they don't have the support of the government. Like in the States, the government supports foster care, supports, actually, that we have homes for children and youth here. But again, those homes are all fully funded by our government, and some donations and stuff too. I know that. But really, I want to let you know that in Mexico, like, they are not funded by the government. They solely depend. They have big hearts, and they work with people like you and I to help be supported, to help these boys not only get education, but to continue that education, even to learn trades and skills, and to pull them off the streets and give them a productive life, and also to introduce them to Papa, Abba, Father. They do. They do an amazing job of Joyita and Lupe do an incredible job of loving well the youth there and introducing them to Father, to God, Papa God, and giving them the gospel, and teaching them and helping them to understand that Yeshua, Jesus, is their Savior. And it's very powerful to see the different stories and the different testimonials of that. I did a bunch of interviews last year there, and man, if someone ever wanted to volunteer to help edit and put together a powerful, incredible video, I would love that. I would love for you to help with that. Let me know. Direct message me, because we did put it together, many videos. This year I'm going to do lots of lives there because I want you to hear from them. I want you to see the mission that we're on to help them in Mexico. I'm half Mexican. The Campos name, Carlos Campos. My grandparents come from Mexico. And so I'm very proud of that heritage, and I'm very proud of my culture. And I love the people of Mexico. So I'm going to go there and love on them. Chantel will be staying here this time with mom. Dad passed away this year. She felt it very important for her to stay this holiday season with mom, and I'm 100% on board. This is where we both are very powerful people. I want to continue to give and go to Mexico and support the orphanage and be there with them for a week. And she wants to be here to support mom in this holiday season, without first one in many years without dad, Phil, who passed away suddenly this year. So very excited to go to Mexico. Very excited to be there for a week, and I want you to join me. Like I said, would you please subscribe and make sure that you hear about and get the notification when I go live there in Mexico. Starting, I'll be there. Well, I'll just take you on the journey with me as I go to Mexico on my flight and stuff. Again, why not? I'll be by myself. I actually have one guy with me from our community, Nathan Kinsinger. Glad he's coming, and you still could come. You meet me in San Diego. It'd be awesome to go to Mexico with you. You, the Amish guy, you Amish, my guy. No, I'm not Amish actually, but it's our reputation from helping the Amish to get engaged. They don't teach the people the truth. Okay. But again, they adopted our culture. Okay. Just like everyone else thought Amish won't. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, your culture, American Indian kid. Okay. Cool. I just want to encourage you to join me in this campaign of giving and blessing others. And all right, here we go. In this opportunity to give to the orphans of Mexico. And it's a specific orphanage there. And you can see it on the name there for PayPal, Casa Hogar Monte Joreb. And I assure you, this does not go to me at all. There's no middleman, goes directly to that orphanage. And again, if you're wondering what orphanage, here is the story behind the orphanage. Check it out. And would you share too as well? Share about this orphanage, the YouTube video. You will see me, and I'm much larger than about 60 pounds heavier in that video. It is from 2000. 2019, I believe we created that video. So about 6 years ago, telling the story of Casa de Hogar there in Mexico. And it's in the Baja California area, inland in the wine country. And so watch the video, check it out, and then if you're feel led, please give, because they need our support. That's how they get our support, is through people like you here in the States giving to them. And again, if you want to give a considerable larger donation, I can get you the 501c3 receipt from a church there that supports them. And they're actually from the States. That's why they have a 501c3, a nonprofit organization. And that monies will get to them. We've worked with them and we've had people give large donations before. And this year we have a project of remodeling their kitchen. It's small for the amount of boys that they have. And we want to enlarge the kitchen to give them more space, capacity for room for eating and dining. And then also we want to build a laundry room. Yeah, they do a lot of laundry, and we've got their big laundry area and fixing that up and facilities there for laundry for those boys. It takes a lot to do that. So we'd like to upgrade some things there. So it's about a $10,000 campaign. Again, if I don't declare it and tell you what we want, we won't get it, right? So I would like you to join with me in this campaign to see if we can raise that this holiday season, $10,000. I won't be able to track it on PayPal. I don't have access to their account, but I will ask them how it's going and how the campaign's going. If you want to give directly, if you want to give through that 501c3, let me know. I'll get that to you so that you can have a tax write-off, a legitimate U.S. tax write-off on your taxes, right? In for donating, and then also, yeah. If any of you see this and you know me personally here locally and you want to give, I will take them funds or anything that you want to be giving towards that when I go to Mexico, leaving Christmas Day to spend the holidays with them and love on them, some good quality time. And I'll stream live there. We have decent Wi-Fi there. That way I can go live and tell you about what's going on there at the orphanage and give you an opportunity to give, and you can kind of see firsthand while I'm there what's going on and what their current projects are and what we're going to be working on and developing there. But again, I do know that based on what we looked at last year and the communication I've had with them, it's probably about a $10,000 campaign for just keeping them going and moving forward. And then monthly, man, if you were able to give monthly through PayPal, you fall in love with the story and you have a heart for giving. This is direct to an orphans, right? The Bible talks about giving to orphans. This is direct, straight to the bank account of that orphanage, to Choita and Lupe, and they're very incredibly responsible people to take care of the boys, everything they have, their whole life. This is their home. This is actually their everything, and they've committed to the orphans. It's amazing, to those boys. And so I just wanted to encourage you this holiday season. Will you give? Will you watch the story behind it, the orphanage, and then give and bless them? Every little bit helps. $20, $10, $10,000 if you want to cover it all. That would be phenomenal. And I know some of my friends out there could do a big chunk on that and could be a part of that. And let's see, I'm going to work on some campaigns, see if we can get some matching campaigns going where some of the business owners I work with and even our own company would match the giving that you're willing to do. So we love doing campaigns. We love blessing them. Will you join me? Thank you. God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And I believe Chantel and I are going to go live again here shortly to talk about the four faces and talk about the lion and her response to that and getting a woman's perspective of the lion, how important that is. God bless you. See you soon.